Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. So today I'd like to share with you something which might shock a lot of people in Wing Chun. I don't like to put people down. I don't like to make people wrong. But then what is reality needs to reveal to the general public of us Wing Chuners. Okay? Because if we don't really reveal and investigating into what is the reality, we will get misled or unintentionally get off the tracks. Okay. Now, so what happened is there is a Wing Chun friend who read my Wing Chun matrix. He's from Asia, and he asking me, messaged me and asking me why in the entire book I didn't talk about the Wing Chun borrow force to defeat force. In the Chinese is borrowing force to defeat force. Din your chi sao is for that, borrowing the force to defeat the force. Have your mind power, all kinds of stuff. So I replied to him and said, let me make a video to reply these questions once for all Wing Chuners in the world. Okay, let's get the issue dissolved. Okay. Now, let's start to introduce you to one person, one general. His name is Yi Dayu. Okay, so who is this guy, Yi Dayu? Yi Dayu is a general in the same time with General Qi Guang. I did not mention in here because I just want to get to the core. Yi Dayu is a general, a very famous general in the era of General Qi Guang. He's a very famous or well-known martial artist too. Okay. So, as over here in the book, Wing Chun Matrix, I wrote that, I said, in order to study the ancient Chinese culture, one need to understand the Chinese ancient classic. Actually, they have their definitions. Okay, they have the definitions, and you can have all the data from different sources, and then you can see how they define things clearly. So Yi Dayu wrote now he have a classic called the Sword Sutra, the sword scripture. Like playing sword, the sword scripture. Okay. Inside the sword scripture, what did he say? And this is a really famous Chinese martial art classic. Okay. Inside the scripture, there's a question. He said that how is make use of the enemy's momentum, borrowing the force, okay, or borrowing the strength, okay. So in Chinese is there's 顺人之势 is borrowing the enemy's momentum, okay. 借人之力 is borrowing his force, okay. So in that short scripture, it there's a question there, okay. So there's an answer, okay. So there's an answer because there's a question, right? So what is on this borrowing the enemy's momentum, borrowing the enemy's force. So the answer is this. The answer is in Chinese, so in Mandarin it say 顺人之势借人之力也. So what it means is you make use of the enemy's momentum, that is borrowing his strength or his force. Okay? So that's what it is. Okay? Meaning, when the people say, oh, using force to defeat force, borrowing force, what does it mean? It actually means you make use of the enemy's momentum or borrowing his momentum. Okay? So I have this in Chinese. I'm going to put into this under this video so you can go check it. Okay? Now, we need to be really careful. Okay? The Chinese culture for thousands of years since Sun Tzu. If you read chapter 5 of Sun Tzu, chapter 5, today's people say, oh, there is energy. No, there's not energy, there's momentum, the play of momentum. The Chinese are very good in the play of momentum because they want to make the best effective use of their force, their army, so that they rely or they use the momentum instead of using brute force or brute in the brute ways of doing things. So the Chinese culture is a culture of using momentum. Okay, it's using momentum. So in the if you read the chapter 5 of the Sun Tzu, you just switch that. When people say it's energy, you change it into momentum, then you can see what happened. Okay? So, to play with momentum in the Sun Tzu art of war, that is 5 ways, which is I have already wrote it into the book, my book, Basic Wing Chun Art and Science. The first is give birth to, meaning that if there's a momentum come to you, you use it to generate a different type of momentum. The second is ke, okay? Ke mean when he have a momentum come in, you have another type of momentum which is counter him, okay? The third is zhi, which is when the momentum come in, how you control it, okay? And then the fourth is when the momentum come in, how you neutralize it. And No, you just use it off, okay? Neutralize it or let it dissipate. The fifth is su, meaning that you make use of massive momentum, meaning that if say if there's a car coming in or a bicycle coming in, you just face it with a big truck, okay, and imagine the momentum of the big truck hitting my bicycle, okay. So this is in Sun Tzu, the art of war, okay, the way how you play with momentum. And also if you read the Sun Tzu, the art of war, it said that the army do not have a constant fixed momentum, such as water do not have a fixed shape. All of this is momentum play, okay? So if we go back to just now, when I show you the Yi Da Yu, it said that borrowing or using the enemy's momentum is actually borrowing his strength or his force. Okay? So this is what it is. Now there's a problem here. The problem is a taboo. If I say it, the entire world, maybe not the entire world, but 50% of the world might come against me. Okay? The issue is Yi Da Yu, this General Yi Da Yu, is a guy like General Qi Guang, who fought in that Japanese pirate battle, okay? And this is related to Shaolin and so forth, so forth. You can read about Yi Da Yu, okay? Now, this is a real guy who used the art, the martial art and so forth for life and death, okay? So this is how the proper understand in the traditional Chinese martial art culture. Okay, this is a reality. You play with a momentum and means that you're borrowing their force. Now in today's sense, in today's physics sense, they are right. Look at this. Okay, this is in the Wing Chun matrix. So the impact force is change in momentum divided by the durations of collisions. That's physics. So Yi Da Yu say, just as what I just now shared with you, you make use of the opponent's momentum, that is you borrowing his force. Okay. Now, so why is it there's a screw up today? Why is it there's a screw up today, like even in Wing Chun, big massive screw up about all this magic chi, magic jing, fa jing, and not talk about momentum completely for some people? You just look at it, okay? More and more people say, well, I want to do this internal art. I have this internal jing and all this kind of stuff. Well, wait a minute. Qi Guang and Yi Da Yu, those guys who really put their life in the zone, in the life and death zone, and the thing influenced Japan, influenced Korea, didn't say that. Didn't have this something called this Fa Jing magic stuff. Well, I'm puzzled too. 20 years ago. But guess what I found out? The problem is, after the Yi Da Yu and so forth, somebody named Wang Zhongyue, okay? Okay? He wrote a Tai Chi treatise. You can read it in the web, okay? And I'm going to put this in the under, you know, in this video so that you can check it out, okay? We want to speak of evidence. Okay. So in Wang Zhongye Taiji what do you call that? The thesis. It said that what there is many martial arts school. Okay. They are different in momentum. Okay, but it is strong. The strong guy bully the weak guy. The slow guy lose to the fast guy. Okay. This is about using the guy with strength beat the guy who have no strength. The guy who is slow lose to the guy who is fast. This is not about natural. This has nothing to do with the study of strength. Okay, of strength, Jing, strength. Okay, so he said that look at the using 4 kati to shift 1,000 pounds. Okay, sorry, using 4 ounces to shift 1,000 katis or 1,000 pounds. This is not about winning with brute force. If you see that an old guy can defeat many people, it's not about fast. So, for some reason, people believe in that. Oh, you know, you have this force, this magic force, this natural way of the strength of force or Jing study. That is the internal, and then all other people are just playing momentum. Who is fast, who is winning, who is slow, who is not winning, and so forth. And then start from that. For past about 100 years, somehow it get into that. Everybody believe in that. Well, but then the real guy, like the General Qi Guang, like Yi Dayu, General Yi Dayu, who put their life in the line for the Chinese. What did they say? Momentum. You want to borrow the force? You need to play with the momentum. It's not the force like you standing there, you know, like when we do Qi Sao, oh, the force come, I absorb to my body. It's not that. That's not what the Chinese ancestors said in writing. Okay? And you see the Sun Tzu is, when they talk about the water have no fixed shape, the army do not have the fixed momentum. It talk about momentum. That is the uniqueness of the Chinese using of momentum. So now you look back into Wing Chun. What are we doing now? Internal art. Or have this Jing, this magic power, this using the mind have this power. Well, sorry sir, those are Tai Chi stuff. Tai Chi, you know, Wang Zhongye write it in the Tai Chi stuff. It's not Wing Chun. Wing Chun is following General Qi Guang because we are Shaolin guy. We are based on Shaolin. When you check Yi Dayu, he's related to Shaolin. You check the Shaolin classic I'm talking about is actually related to the Qi Guang writing and so forth. So why is that? This all everybody start to, oh, I have the internal Jing and this is special. Well, good luck. You go to MMA, you get nailed. Why? 500 years ago, General Yi Dayu, General Qi Guang already tell you, as what I put in the last chapter. As I put in the last chapter, there's only one world. In the fighting, there's only one world, and there's the player in the momentum, different momentum zone. So this is a serious problem. You want to stand there doing Qi Sao, listen to the force and all this thing. You know those are troubles. if you're thinking that those kind of stuff can replace momentum play, have you ever seen people using those kinds of jing and so forth, winning and beating other people in MMA? Or Thai boxer? Have you seen that at all? Not to mention that last year, Xu Xiaodong of China has been proving that. Okay? So it is not about the traditional Chinese martial arts. It's problematic. It is, if we do not go in and dig out what the heck happened in the past and what they exactly said, and we want to go in our own fantasy zone. Watching too much movie, you watch some Jet Li movie about Tai Chi, and then you have this force, and then people fly away. Okay, good luck. So that is why even 20 something years ago, I am no different than you guys. I was believing those kind of stuff too. And the more I investigate, I say, man, this doesn't converge. So I dig in. That's why I go. Some of even my friend thinking I'm crazy. I stretch too far, get to the 500 years ago. Well, I want to know what the heck is going on from the people who really fight in the zone. And what I found out is that. So Wang Zhongye is contradicting Yi Dayu and Qi Guang. And look, who really fight? Okay? So I'm not putting down Tai Chi. I'm just saying that, hey man, there's something contradict the reality of the traditional Chinese martial arts. Now I don't know about people who live in Asia, but in America you can raise it in the university. How come this is not accord to it? Okay? So that's why in this book I'm talking about momentum, okay? Different momentum and so forth, so forth. If you read carefully, it is as Yi Dayu said. You want to know your momentum, your own momentum, as I point out here about the background momentum and the opponent's momentum. And there are many ways of handling the things. If we have no idea in that, how are we going to borrow force? And have you seen anybody stand there in your triangle stance and structure and try to take whatever the thing shoot into you? It never happened 500 years ago in traditional Chinese martial arts. As I show you just now the Yi Dayu, I just putting down the writing down there, you go check it. Okay. So, for past few decades, more and more people bring this concept, Tai Chi concept in and everything, and then change your entire Xiu Lim Tao, change your entire Qi Sao, you change your entire everything. So how is Qi Sao supposed to look like? Like I showed you the other day on in Southern China, there is a different style of the short strike. You would say that the Qi Sao is more look at like those type of art and the Japanese judo or jiu-jitsu. Not standing there and playing with like the push hand of the Tai Chi. Okay. So again, don't trust me. Go dig out whatever is written in the Chinese martial art history. And see how is it make sense? Well, for the Qi Guang Yi Dayu, for me, it makes sense. It converged into physics, as I put in the Wing Chun Matrix books. And today, when you look at the MMA and Muay Thai and all those Olympic judo competition, you see one thing, or even Western boxing, momentum. And another thing too, you say, well, Wing Chun doing this Qi Sao, well, it's good, right? Sticking body, you need that thing. However, when you want to shoot in, get close, because your art is a short strike art, you want to get close. If we don't train that way, how to get in, how being torque inside there, how to use this mechanic for handling the momentum, are we going to stand in the Xiu Lim Tao Somebody tell me they practice 6 hours a day on this magic power. I said you can practice 24/7, 365. When you meet an MMA guy, you're just going down. Because you have no idea how to handle your body's momentum. Body momentum is meaning your body weight multiply the speed or velocity. That's momentum. Okay? You're standing down there moving your arm. Big deal. You want to adjust your spine. People come in like a cannonball. Can you take it? Just calculate the momentum you know. You can calculate the inputs generated from momentum and see how much it penetrates. So the reality is like that. I'm sorry that I have to tell this because people asking me. Okay? Because we need to know why, what, how. We cannot keeping saying, oh, this is from the ancient Wing Chun ancestor, or Wing Chun, or traditional Chinese martial art ancestor. What, they didn't say it. They did not say that. It's us. It's us who get into this. So this is to share with you. I know this might be mind-boggling for you because overnight probably you need to change the entire practice into momentum based instead of using this strength like Huang Zhongye proposed. And by the way, why the heck is we need to use Tai Chi stuff anyway? Don't we are Shaolin? Shaolin mean external house, 外家, not 内家. So this is to share with you. I'm sorry if I use strict language, okay? But this is what it is, what I found. After 40 something years here, we just have to tell the truth on what's going on. Otherwise, we have no future. We're trapped inside there, okay? You're trapped inside there, and then people say, well, you know, hopefully some days when you practice enough this power, magic power, where you can push 5 people, or you can take 5 people's force to the ground, it turned into some magic, but it never happened. It never happened 500 years ago. It never happened in the Japanese War. It never happened in the early 1900s. It never happened in past 2 years in China when all of this kind of stuff is questioned by the Xi Xiaodong and his student from MMA. Okay, or questioned in Taiwan. So what are we going to do? Stuck there? Or look back? Hey, ancestor is not saying that. Why don't we follow the ancestor instead of we play smart? And just take anybody's stuff and then just, you know. So this is to share with you today. I apologize if you say that I say too strong or something, but hey, this is what it is. Okay, I don't like to say it too, and I hope that, you know what, I live about 40 minutes from Auckland. If I can do a time travel, okay, and this is serious, if I can do a time travel back to 1960s where Bruce Lee is there, I'm going to bring the entire thing there and show, hey Bruce, this is what it is. It's better you say it because you are the fighter, you are the superstar, you are the great martial artist. I am not. I'm just a researcher. Okay? Look at this. Let's test it out. If you agree, why don't you say it? Instead of today, I'm saying it. Okay? He say it, you will follow. I say it, you might shoot at me in the messenger. So this is for you today.